Chapter 1, Downtown. When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. When you've got worries, all the noise and the hurry seems to help, I know. Downtown. Sung by Petulia Clark. I like alleys. I like the cushion from the noise of the city. I like watching the people rushing past the alleys along the sidewalk. I like the coolness of the shadows on a hot day. I like the nooks and crannies offered by the back entrances to nameless buildings. But most of all, in the alleys, I like hiding. I like being able to watch without being seen, because if anybody looks too close and sees the real me, they'll discover that I'm just a runaway, living on the streets, afraid of going home. It feels like I've been a runaway all of my life. I started running away from home at the age of 11 after my parents divorced, but the desire to escape continued long into my adult life. The feeling of wanting to run continues even now. My life is mostly good, but at any moment something may trigger the impulse to run. It could be a smell, an experience, a long-forgotten memory, a feeling that I've done something wrong and am in trouble again. The feeling is often brief and I can resist it, but sometimes the desire to run away is almost overwhelming. The emotional defenses that have taken years to develop can fall apart in an instant, and I suddenly feel the combination of excitement and fear as I move toward the self-destructive and dangerous behavior of running away. I also feel like I've been a failure all of my life. Not that I didn't have successes later in life, but even then I was driven by a fear of failure, afraid that if anyone found out who the real me was, they would reject me and I would be exposed as a failure anyway. Many teachers, probation officers, counselors, etc. have said to me, "You have so much potential." To me, this was only an indictment of the obvious, that I was failing to be what they wanted. I felt that while I could not live up to their expectations, I could certainly live up to my own. I was a failure, a dropout, a street kid who really didn't fit in the world of success or happiness. In my mind, happiness was often connected to the role that I played while a runaway as a young teenager on the streets of Seattle. Throughout my life, people have responded with sympathy and concern when they learned that I was a runaway on the streets. But it's always been a struggle to explain that I was not a runaway by chance. I was a runaway by choice. I lived on the streets because I wanted to be there, and often still do.